Hi everyone, this is Kim Goyette, your meditation mother, coming to you live from Austin, Texas. Well, there is a lot going on in the world as well as in this country, and we need to tap into our wisdom in order to make the correct decisions and do what's right for ourselves. And the way that we tap into wisdom is by sitting quietly and going deeper within so that we can sense what comes up, whether it's thoughts or feelings or sensations. So we're going to do a yin practice today that helps us draw inward and allows us to be more present with ourselves so we can find that wise voice.
Yoga for everybody with Meditation Mutha.
Let's gently start by closing the eyes. And we're just going to do a centering breath, noticing your seat connecting with the earth. Start to lengthen the inhale all the way up through the spine, out the crown of the head. Pause for just a moment at the top of the breath, and then exhale all the way down through to the earth. Let's do that a few more times. Inhaling as we rise up, follow the breath up the spine, through the crown of the head, and pause. Exhale all the way back down in reverse, connecting with the safety of the earth. One more breath just like that. Bringing our hands to heart center. Bow the mind to the heart and pause for a moment. Just notice how you're feeling in your physical body, where your mind is at today, with no judgment, just noticing. And gently open the eyes, release the hands. We're going to come to hands and knees. You can spread the fingertips out nice and wide. And we'll come into a pigeon pose. So if pigeon is not for you, lay on your back and cross your right ankle over the left knee and do a figure 4. Okay, same effect. But we'll take the right knee up towards the right hand and then sweep that foot through just a little bit, not big like we would do in a traditional yoga class. This is a little bit less because we want to use the breath to move into the posture. Curl your toes, lift your back knee, and wiggle that foot all the way back. Drop the back knee down and point the toe. Take a moment, walk the hands back for just a minute, roll the shoulders back. You might feel a nice opener in your front hip flexor on the left side. And just allow your body to sink and soften towards the earth. Maybe your foot moves back just a bit. From here, we're going to start to fold forward over the front leg. Everybody is different, so I want you to tune into where you need to be today. Maybe you come down to elbows, or you rest your head in your palms, possibly stacking the fists, or if you have a block or a blanket, putting it underneath the forehead, wherever you are today. We want to be at about 70% of sensation because we're going to use the breath and time, drawing inward to really feel and sense where we are at today. So if you need to come out of it a little bit, we're looking for more sustainability just on the edge of sensation. Begin to direct your breath. Inhaling to the right glute, expand the muscle. Exhaling, maybe softening the chest a little bit, adjusting the arms, relaxing the belly towards the earth. Inhale, direct that breath to the glute, expand the muscles like you're inflating a balloon. And then exhale, softening, releasing, surrendering. Good. Over time, maybe making small adjustments. If you need a little bit more sensation, you can bring your chest and arms towards the left a little bit and start to feel the opening in that glute. So our hips hold emotions, and this is a great posture to help invite some congestion into the hips, and then when we release, allowing that emotion to flow out, any stagnant energy to move. So in this posture, just notice what rises up for you. It might be physical or mental discomfort, maybe thoughts or feelings rolling through your head. Be the observer and just notice what comes up without making any judgment about what arises. And a few more breaths like this. Directing the final few breaths to any tension within the body or the mind. And then slowly push into the hands and arms. Make your way back up. We're going to come to hands and knees. And then take that right leg, lengthen that leg, curl the toes, open up the knee, let everything flow open. Yeah, allow any stagnant energy, emotions, whatever that is for you, to flow freely out. And then back to hands and knees. Let's try the other side this time. So we're going to bring the left knee towards the left hand and sweep that leg through. Curl your back toes, lift your back knee, and wiggle that foot all the way back. Point the toe. Walk your hands up. So now we have an opener in the right hip flexor. Good. Soften the hips towards the earth. Excuse me. And then slowly lower down. So one side might be very different than the other. If that's the case for you, adjust yourself. You can support yourself in any way that you need today. Relax the body. Just get into a position that's sustainable for you. Allow the chest to sink towards the earth. And start to bring your awareness to your left glute this time. On an inhale, expand the muscle. On an exhale, soften. Good. Directing your breath, inhale, expand. Exhale, soften, release. Over time, you may be able to make some small adjustments with the body. If you need more sensation, move a little bit towards the right with the arms and the chest. Good. Again, tuning in to your own wisdom, just being the observer. We are most wise when we're able to step outside of ourselves and just observe what's going on, so that we can make decisions and choices with correct information. A few more breaths into any space of congestion. Just noticing where you're gripping in your mind or your body. And bringing some freedom and flow with the inhale and the exhale. Good. Slowly make your way back up. And let's sweep the legs underneath us. Curl the left toes, extend the left leg, and just let all that energy flow out the toes into the earth. Good. Moving emotions, moving stagnant energy. Great. Come back to hands and knees. This time we'll take the right hand, sweep it up towards the right, and then through, we're going to weave it underneath our left armpit. Come to the outer edge of your right cheek. Your left hand can plant. Notice your left hip. See if you can drag it back. Open up the ribs a little bit more on the left side. Gently close the eyes. We're going to be here for several breaths. This time, I'd love for you to bring your awareness to your ribs. On an inhale, expanding the ribs in all directions. And on an exhale, maybe softening the chest more towards the earth. Good. A few more like this. Again, tuning into your own inner wisdom. Just noticing what surfaces. Are you running through your to-do list, or are you being present with yourself? Let's have one more deep breath here. Exhale out the mouth. Push into the hands, come back to center. Let's try it the opposite direction. So this time, left hand up, sweep that arm all the way under, come to the outer edge of your left cheek, plant the right hand this time. Notice your right hip, drag it back and open so that your ribs are free to expand and contract. And then start to invite the breath into that space. Inhaling, expanding, lengthening the breath. Exhale, soften the chest. Good, a few more times like that. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, surrendering. Inhale, opening up all the connective tissue in between the ribs. Exhale, the chest falls towards the earth. Taking the next breath or two to tune in to where your attention is, where your mind is, and your body. Let's take one more inhale here. Exhale out the mouth. Push into the hands. Walk the hands underneath us. This time we're going to walk the hands out nice and wide towards the top of the mat. Maybe the fingers or even the pinkies are off the mat. Nice wide V. And then we're going to keep the hips where they are. So the hips stay above the knees. They do not sit back. Allow the chest to fall more towards the earth. So if this doesn't work for you, you can prop a blanket or a pillow underneath your head. Allow your elbows to rest. So in a Yin style class, everything is supported in some kind of way so that we can really soften into the posture. So here we're focusing on the heart center, allowing our heart to soften and to release into what is. So take a few breaths here, expanding the lungs, inhaling into the armpit. Exhale out the mouth. Soften the chest more towards the earth. Do it again. Inhale. And exhale. Again, one more inhale here. Exhale. And just notice if we're holding any residual tension in the heart space. On your own, the next few breaths, just surrendering what no longer serves you. See what you could give up and let go. Good. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to push back to hands and knees again. This time we'll cross the ankles and come to seated towards the back of the mat. Lengthen the legs all the way out in front. So knees can be soft. You can even put a blanket underneath your knees or a pillow. Separate the feet from right to left a little bit. Grab onto the backs of the thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Then we're going to start to fold forward over the legs. So wherever that is for you, rounding in. You can keep your hands on your thighs or bring your hands to the ground or maybe reaching towards the feet, wherever you are today. And just allowing the body to hang, chin is tucked. Taking this moment to honor yourself, really surrendering to this moment. Being present with yourself is such an incredible gift. It turns on all your superpowers, your wisdom, your intuition, and just allowing the next few breaths to be aware of what is bubbling up inside of you. And direct the next couple of breaths into the back body. Expand the back lungs and ribs. Separate the teeth, soften the jaw, the face. And slowly making your way all the way back up. We're going to scoot forward, bend the knees, and then grab onto the backs of the thighs. Slowly lower all the way down and come to my favorite pose, which is Shavasana. So lengthening the legs out to the corners of the mat, palms face up along your side. And just allowing all that congestion that we built throughout the practice to be released. Just feel it actually dripping off your skin and bones and entering into the earth, just letting go. The flesh of the muscles melts away in pure relaxation. Bring your inner gaze up to your third eye, allowing yourself to be awake and present in this moment. And just a few more breaths, enjoying this time to yourself. And when you're ready, starting to move the fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Hug the knees into the chest. Roll over to one side. Make your way all the way up to seated. So we're going to finish with just a little bit of breath work, but we're going to direct the breath up to the third eye, because the third eye is where we find our intuition and where we tap into our own internal wisdom, our internal voice, which sometimes we like to ignore. So this will allow us to really focus on that. So take your hands, clasp them. We'll bring the thumbs together, and we're going to bring the thumbs up to the third eye. So it's right between the brow point. Elbows draw in, gaze is up, close the eyes, inner gaze is up towards the third eye. Just press so that you notice the sensation in the point where your third eye resides, right where the pineal gland is, where we open up to wisdom. And then we'll start to do that breath again. So from the earth, from the safety of the earth, we inhale through the grounding of the legs, through the spine, all the way up to the third eye point. Hold, hold, hold. Exhale out the mouth. Let's try it again. Inhale from the legs, your seat, all the way up the spine to your third eye point. Hold, hold, hold. Exhale, wide mouth. Release. Let's try it one more time. Inhale. Hold, hold, hold. Inner gaze up towards the third eye. Hold, and big exhale out. Good. Release and relax the hands all the way down. Soften your concentration. Let's bring the hands to heart center. Bow the mind to the heart. So bowing and surrendering the thinking mind to the feeling heart, really tuning into that connection, that oneness. And thank yourself for tapping into your own inner wisdom today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm Kim Goyette, your meditation mother. And if you like this video and you want to be the first to receive weekly videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Yoga with Meditation Mutha. See you next time.